Hello everyone, welcome to day 8 of AWS classes. Today we will understand about AWS Key Management Service, right? Which is also called as KMS. So what is KMS used for, right? So KMS is mainly used for encrypting your data, right? So before we move on KMS, let's understand what is an encryption first, okay? So assume we have created an S3 bucket, right? We have created an S3 bucket. We have not enabled encryption on that particular bucket, which means that the data or the object that is stored inside that bucket is residing in a plain text format, right? So if a particular person who doesn't have the access to get inside this bucket, let's assume he is an hacker, somehow he gets access to this particular bucket and he tries to retrieve this particular data. The data that is residing in a bucket is very sensitive information, right? Which mainly consisting of a customer records, right? Now, since the encryption is not enabled on the bucket, so he can directly, like once he gets that particular data, right, he can directly access those particular files in order to get back the information, right? Because the data that is residing in this bucket is not encrypted, right? Suppose we have one more bucket, right? So for that bucket configurations, right, we have enabled the encryption, right? We have enabled the encryption on that particular bucket. You could see that the data that is residing in this particular bucket, even though it is a sensitive information, it is not sitting as a plain text. It is an encrypted data. Encrypted data means, assume even though any external user gets an unauthorized access to this bucket, and if he tries to get those information, he will not be able to get the data because the data is encrypted. Unless and otherwise he knows the decryption key in order to decrypt that particular data, he will not be able to see that data, right? The data is secure. Now, how do you enable this encryption on your files or on your objects, right? So this is done with the help of a service called as Key Management Service, which is known as AWS KMS, right? In any of the, sir, where do we use this particular service, right? This service is not only used in one, like this service is integrated in all the services wherever your data resides, right? Where the customer managed data sits, in all those places you can enable, or in all those services you can enable the encryption, right? Sir, I have we are storing the data on our EC2 service, that is on EBS volumes. Can we encrypt our data? Can we enable the encryption on EBS? Yes, right? So we have an S3 bucket. So in that S3 bucket also we are storing the data in terms of objects, right? Can we enable the encryption on that particular bucket? Yes. It is not only EC2, it is not only S3. Wherever your data resides, like it might be your RDS, right? So even with respect to your RDS server, the databases that you are hosting, on that particular RDS server also you will be enabling the encryption, right? So let's move ahead and understand the types of encryption. There are basically two types of encryptions that are available. One is AWS managed KMS and customer managed KMS. What do you mean by AWS managed KMS? AWS managed means you already know, right? We have discussed these things in our policies as well. What is the difference between AWS managed policies and customer managed policies, right? Similarly, over here also we have something called as AWS managed KMS and customer managed KMS. Simple. AWS managed KMS means these keys are created and managed by AWS in order to encrypt the data. What are customer managed KMS? So you will be creating these keys, customer managed keys, in order to encrypt your data. That's it, right? In customer managed key, like while you are creating a customer managed key, you have again two types of keys that you can create. One is a symmetric key, the other one is a asymmetric key. What do you mean by symmetric key? Symmetric key means you will be using the same key in order to encrypt and decrypt your data. Then what is an asymmetric key? You'll be having two keys known as public key and a private key. Public key will be used for your encryption of the data, whereas private key is used for decryption of your data. Then are we generating these keys and all? No, right? We are just going ahead and selecting those things, right? So let's understand. Let's go back to the console in order to see through how the encryptions are enabled on different services, right? So first thing is, let's go to KMS. KMS, Key Management Service. So in Key Management Service, I have a couple of keys that are already created, but let's go ahead and, before that, let me explain. So can you see over here? This is known as AWS Managed Keys. What do you mean by AWS Managed Keys? These keys are managed, created and managed by AWS. See, so this keys has been created by AWS for service called as Lambda, RDS, SQS, SNS, Secret Manager. So what is this, right? So if I go to any Lambda function, right? Let's go to the Lambda function itself and see through it, right? Let me duplicate the tab. Let me go to Lambda. Okay, this is a Lambda function that we can create. See, we have already created a Lambda function. This Lambda function we created when we were discussing on what? The secret management, right? So wherein which if we wanted to rotate that particular secrets, we were creating a Lambda function in order to rotate those secrets, right? At that point of time, this was created, right? So let's see. Let's go ahead and create a function. We will not see any of these things over here. Our main focus would be on encryption. Let's see, where is encryption over here? Let's scroll down. See, encryption with AWS KMS customer managed key. By default, Lambda encrypts a zip file archive using AWS owned key. By default, it will be encrypting it, right? You need not to enable it, right? You need not to enable the encryption over here. By default, AWS will encrypt your function using AWS managed key. If you want to encrypt the function using customer managed key, then you need to enable it. Whatever the key that you have created over here in the customer managed key, you can choose any one of those keys in order to encrypt your data. So this is a customer managed key that I have created, which means that using this particular key, the data will be encrypted in Lambda function, right? Similarly, we can go ahead and watch SNS. Since we have already done with respect to these services, just wanted to see through the same. Let's understand. Let's see, like, where do we get this? And I am only worried about, we are only talking about encryption over here, right? I'm not helping you set up a Lambda function. I'm not here explaining how to set up a SNS topic, right? My prime focus would be on encryption. In this particular SNS, we have an option called as encryption. It is an option. See, Amazon SNS provides in-transit encryption by default. Enabling server-side encryption adds at-rest encryption to your topic. So if I enable this, so an encryption will be enabled on your particular SNS topic, right? So select a custom KMS key or enter a existing AMS key AR. So you can just select default. If you select default means what? It automatically creates AWS managed key, right? It goes ahead and creates an AWS managed key in order to encrypt the data. No, I don't want to use an AWS managed key. If I want to give customer managed key, these are the keys. You can select any of this customer managed key in order to encrypt your data, right? Similarly, let me see through one more service, which is known as EC2, right? In EC2, so we are mainly speaking about volumes. This is where the data resides, right? So if I go over here, if I click on create volume, so see here, encryption, right? Use Amazon EBS encryption as an encryption solution for your EBS resources associated with your EC2. So if I click on encrypt this volume, it is basically asking you need to provide the KMS key, right? So how many types of KMS keys are there? Customer managed and AWS managed. Now default mainly corresponds to your AWS managed. If I select this, automatically see it is not given an option to select the key, right? It is not giving me an option to select the key. Instead, it is creating a key for itself and it will be encrypting the data that is residing in that volume. If I go ahead with respect to this, see here I am selecting a key that I have already created, right? If I go over here, you can see these are all the customer managed key that I have created. I will show you how to create a key, right? If you are going ahead and selecting these, which is nothing but your own customer managed key in order to encrypt your data. This is how you will be selecting encryption with respect to different services. Wherever you see a field called as encryption, basically you are encrypting your data, and you can encrypt your data using two ways. One is AWS managed key or using customer managed key. Clear? Right? So okay, let's come back to this. So this is the second field. So in AWS managed key, you can see, right, it has created a key, but you don't see any option of modifying it or deleting it. It is completely owned and managed by AWS, right? If I go to customer managed keys, I have a provision of creating this key. I can select this particular key and I can cancel the key deletion because it is already in a deletion process, right? So if I select this, you can see these are the different options that I could see, right? Enable, disable, schedule key deletion, add or edit tags, right? Let's go ahead and create a key over here. So as I mentioned earlier as well over here, there are two types of keys in customer managed key. The first one is where did it go? Symmetric. The second one is asymmetric. Symmetric means what? A single key will be used both at the time of encryption as well as at the time of decryption. That's it. You'll just go ahead and select this, give a name, right? Test already exists. I will be giving different name. Then key administrator. Who will be, like, once you create this key, who will be owning this key? Who will be the key administrator for this particular, who will be the administrator for this particular key, right? You can select any of these things. This is basically similar to your permission sets, like define key usage permissions, right? You need to define who will be using this particular key, right? Next, go ahead. So this is the policy that it is reflected over here. Then you will click on next. I will not be explaining the policy because we have already discussed these things in IAM. Then we'll finally click on finish. This is how we go ahead and create a particular key, right? Symmetric key. Similarly, if I want to create a symmetric key, we'll select this. We'll select encrypt and decrypt. We'll select what is the type that you need to use for key specification. Click on next. Similarly, you will follow all the other steps in order to create a key, right? So let's keep it simple, right? So you have two types, symmetric key and asymmetric key. In symmetric key, a single key will be used for both encryption as well as decryption. Whereas in asymmetric key, a public and a private key, see, a public and a private key pair used for encrypting and decrypting data. Simple, right? So this is all about KMS, right? So one more thing that you want to understand is, suppose there might be an interview question, right? So they may ask you, like, I have created an S3 bucket. I have enabled encryption on that particular bucket, right? Now I want to enable cross-region replication on that particular bucket, right? If I simply go ahead and enable the cross-region replication on that particular bucket, will this happen, right? Or whether it will fail. If it fails, why? Right? So now coming back to this question, before moving on to this question, we need to understand, as I mentioned in the very beginning of this class, each and every service is independent of each other, right? Also, whatever the resources that you create in one region, that will be specific to that region itself, right? So if I go ahead and create a KMS key in this region, which is nothing but Mumbai, right? These keys are specific to this particular region. Now if I change a region to some other region, right? Like let me change it to Ohio region. Can you see any of the keys that I created in the Mumbai region over here? No. Right? So this is your answer for that question, right? Since you are enabling the replication over here, right? Right? In Mumbai region, you are creating that particular S3 bucket. You are creating a customer managed key in order to encrypt your data, and you want to do the replication now. If you don't create or replicate the same key on the other region, it will not be, the data will not be replicated because that particular KMS key will be missing, right? It might be in any other way. They may ask you, like, we have encrypted the data, right, which resides in one particular region. Now I want to decrypt the data on the other region. Since the KMS key you have created in this region, how will you decrypt the data in another region if that KMS is not available? Right? The simple answer is you can also replicate the same KMS key across regions. Right? If you go over here while creating a key itself, see symmetric, encrypt and decrypt. In the advanced option, you have something called as single region key and multi-region key. You can select a multi-region key, click on next, give some name. I will leave all this to default. Right? Next. Now you might ask over here, sir, you have just selected replicate this to different region, but you have not selected to which region it needs to replicate, right? Yes, I will show you that. You need to first create this particular key. Once you create this particular key, then you need to get inside this key, then go to regionality. Here you can create the replicas. While creating this key, you are just specifying that option of replicating it to the other region, right? You are not specifying any region over there. Once you create that particular key, you can get inside that particular key, and here you can create the replica. To whichever the region you want to create the replica, you can select that particular replica. Now, if you move the data from one region to another region, right, even though it is encrypted, you have the key that is replicated to another region as well in order to decrypt your data, right? So this should be your answer. So this basically completes your KMS. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you all.